People always talk about the change when it comes to menopause. You know, you hit your 45, 50s and all that, you go through that change. But this is an important change. This is like the change in my opinion.
You, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free, but do not use your freedom to indulge the flesh. Rather, serve one another humbly in love. Galatians 5:13.
Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sky.Onjahnae. For those of you who are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button because I'm sure you're gonna love it here. Let's chat. Like, seriously, let's have a talk. I know for a fact that I am not the only one who experienced this when they hit 25. In fact, me and my best friend were actually just talking about this, how she's been like, it's finally hitting her because she's 25 now and she's turning 26 this year. So why am I not using a closer mirror? Because I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. She's turning 26 this year and she's already experienced it. And so she asked me, she's like, what is it about turning 25? Because I'm 28. I'll be turning 29 next month. And she was like, what is it about turning 25 that just changes you? Like, there's this switch that goes off in your head when you're 25. And, you know, I kind of bust her bubble and let her know that, girl, it was something that nobody told me. Or why do I look so crazy right now, but it's gonna come together. I promise you. But nobody told me this. I just kind of experienced it. But I had to let her know, like, girl, it's not even when you turn 25. Yes, the switch happens when you turn 25. But it's from the ages 25 to 30 when stuff just is in disarray. It's like, who am I? What is my life? What is my purpose? Like, it's just all the things that happen. And I'm calling it the womanhood phase, because at the end of the day, you're technically a woman when you turn 18, but you really start becoming a woman once you hit those ages between 25 and 30. That's when you're actually figuring out who you are as a woman, the type of woman you want to be. You start making the necessary changes and just all that type of stuff. And I just feel like nobody talks about it enough, which is why I wanted to talk about it, because a lot of my subscribers are around that age. Like, we are all experiencing this mental shift, this physical shift, my phone is doing something. All the shifts of becoming a woman. And yeah, I feel like because no one prepared me or actually had a real conversation with me about it, I want to have a conversation with you because, girl, it's a struggle out here. Not for real, but it's just like, in the beginning, I don't want to say culture shock because that doesn't even make sense in this context, but it was just a shock at how much I have changed from these 3 years, from 25 to 28, well, 4 years technically, than when I was 20 to 24. Like, it's a complete 180. So like I said, people don't talk about this change, and I feel like people always talk about the change when it comes to menopause. You know, you hit your 45, 50s and all that, you go through that change. But this is an important change. This is like the change, in my opinion. Let me pull y'all in so y'all can actually see my face. But this is the change, in my opinion, because there's a switch that happens and it affects how you think about yourself, how you think about or view other people, the world, what you want to do in life, where you are in life. You start analyzing the heck out of yourself, and then that's when that leads to the changes that come in the following years. Because like I said, it's not just 25. It's I think at least until you hit 30. I'm not there yet, but I've personally been going through this change since I was 25. like I started going to Christ, I realized I wanted to be the woman God destined me to be. And much like many of you, because you're watching my channel, obviously. But I just feel like it is such a monumental moment in a woman's life that needs to be discussed more, and how to actually navigate that. That's why I'm glad I did. Me and my friends are around, we are the same age, so we kind of were having the same type of conversations. Like, we want to nurture our femininity, we want to become better women. What type of women are we, and the type of woman we want to be. I like truly sat with myself and worked on my femininity, which led to this channel and all the things I've been discussing on my channel. But this is such a life-altering change because it affects all aspects of your life. At least I know for me it did. This is when I turned 25. That's when I was like, I want to have, like, really have a relationship with Christ. And I always told myself that when I finally came to Christ, I want to actually live for him. I didn't want to be lukewarm. And when I hit 25, that's when I started to actually dive into my word. I actually started spending more time, more intimate time with Christ. I actually allowed the Holy Spirit to change me. I started thinking about my finances, like the type of woman I want to be in the life that I want to have. All of those things require a certain financial level, a certain level of financial stability. And I started like really thinking about that. I started thinking about my career. What do I actually want to do in life? And then it kind of just led me to, I want to do God's will. I started thinking about my friendships. That's really what people don't talk about. Your friendships can change drastically if you all aren't, because everyone is not meant to go with you. Just think about Lot and Abram. Lot was not supposed to go with Abraham to his promise. Like, God had something really big planned for Abram, and Lot was not meant to go on that journey. A lot of your friends are not going to grow with you, and I experienced that. Like, I've grown out of friendships during this phase of my life, and that's completely okay. It sucks, yes, because at the end of the day, you don't want to lose friends or not be as close to people, but that's a part of life. And I feel like that's when you see that happen the most, between those ages of 25 and 30, because now you're again analyzing. I literally sat down and thought about each of my friendships, and I talked to God about it. So that's a big part of your life, especially when you've had friends and y'all talked about the future and how you're gonna be in each other's weddings and you're gonna just live life when you get older and just all of these things. And then you realize, well, this person isn't meant for that part of my life anymore. They were here for a season and a reason. They served that purpose. And now I have to go my own way. Yeah, your friendships start to change. You even look at your family and think about like the generational curses or the things that you won't do as a parent, and just all of these things start to really take control of your mind. And I honestly feel like, I don't like to want to call it the self-centered years, but you really are focusing on yourself within these years, because it's almost like it's crunch time. Women, we talk about this biological clock, and if you don't already have kids, if you're not already married, of course, if these are like things you're aspiring for, and if you don't have these things, or if you're just not where you are in life, where you thought, because they fed us this lie in high school that you're going to go to college, you're going to graduate, you're going to get a career, you're going to marry, have kids, and live this beautiful life. And then here you are at 25 and you're like, I don't even know how to adult for real. And it sucks, but it's also very beautiful, because you get to, it's like you get to watch yourself grow and blossom. Like I said, the person I am now is nowhere near who I was at 21 to 24. Even when I hit 25, like I still was in that mindset, still didn't want to let go, still didn't want to accept the fact that I'm getting older. I used to be terrified of turning 30, y'all. Like, I was about, oh my gosh, I'm about to be ancient. Like, I would be 25, like, oh my gosh, I'm almost 30. My mom and all her friends be like, girl, you're a baby. But now, as the closer 30 gets, I am so excited to be 30. Like, because I, with the help of God, am slowly but surely becoming the woman that He destined me to be. And it is just an amazing process. But it's also a scary one. Actually, I don't even want to say it's scary. It's there are moments where you're just like, can this be over? Can I figure it out? Can I get the promises that God promised me? Can I just live the life that I want to live, be the woman that I want to be? But essentially, you have to face the fact that you're not there yet. And sometimes you might not be ready. The woman you dreamed that yourself to be, you might not even be ready to be that woman yet. Which is why this change isn't just a 25-year-old, you turn 25, the change happens, 26, boom, you're that woman. No, it takes time, because anything worth having it's a process. Just like with anything in life, like when we're pregnant, we are pregnant for 9 months because we're building up and nurturing that baby. This the same thing. We're birthing the woman that we're destined to be. And as hard as it is to go through these different changes and actually sit with yourself and think about who you are, who you used to be, what things you want to change, what things you want to keep about yourself, what all aspects, you start to realize, like I said, this is actually a beautiful process. You won't realize that in the beginning. When you pray for something and God finally gives it to you, but leading up to that moment, you're just like, God, what is this? Because, you know, he not just gonna give you things without preparing you. That preparation period sucks. Like, the preparation period is trash. Like, it's trash, but once you're going through and you start to learn things and realize things, you like, that needed to happen. I'm glad this happened because it's preparing me. Now, the best part that I personally think is the best thing about going through these changes is you get your woman body, your grown woman body. You get your grown woman look. I'm always talking about a signature look, a signature, all of that. Like, you start to cultivate your grown woman style. And another thing, I think you start caring more about your health when you get during these ages, because I think we kind of get that same mindset, like, oh my gosh, I'm about to be old. I need to live and be healthier. Health becomes a priority because I think, like, when you start getting your grown woman body, now you want to maintain it. And overall, you just want to be a healthier version of you. Like, your mindset does become a lot more health focused. Healthy finances, healthy body, healthy skin, healthy lifestyle. I think overall, like I said, it's about your health and healthy friendships, healthy relationship with self. Like, all of these things essentially boil down to an overall better quality of life, and you just want to achieve that. It's just the mental stuff that comes with it. Like, I think one of my hardest battles with all of this was my career. What am I doing? What is my purpose? I want to do something purposeful and live joyful, but then that's when I realized all of that starts with Christ. And the Bible says, seek first his kingdom and all his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. And that was something that I don't want to say I'm still struggling with, but yeah, I'll say I'm still struggling with that, because sometimes I'm just like, I just don't feel like seeking. Why can't I just have it? I feel like, and I think that's to the point I was saying, like, you go through this mental battle of, okay, I'm ready and I want to do these changes, but then it's just like, it's just so much work that I don't really want to do. But that's where you have to push through, and baby, we push it. And I'm so glad that God didn't see fit to just leave me. He will never forsake me. He will never forsake you. He will never just let you do it alone. And the more I grew in Christ, the more I realized, like, he got me. Like, he has the plan for my life in the first place, so might as well just surrender that to him. But baby, that in itself was half the battle for me. And it might be different for you. Like, a lot of things that I talked about on my channel, as far as like my femininity and how to nurture that and develop that, a lot of that came more easier to me because I was already kind of a feminine woman. I just needed to work on certain aspects. And so even though we're all going through the same changes when we hit 25, it's not, each aspect is not the same. Like, I wanted to more so work on my career and figure out all of that, while someone else maybe they really must have been a masculine woman and want to work on that, or somebody else really had to work on relationships and relationship with herself and all these things. So we all are going through it, but it's at different things for different people. It's just like we all sin, but some struggle with different sins than us. And I think to help us with that, we need to talk about it. Like, so I'm glad my best friend came to me and asked me about it, because now she's prepared, even though she didn't like the fact that I told her, yeah, this is not just a 25 thing. It's gonna be a little while. You're gonna have to make some changes. You're going to want to make some changes. And you're just gonna overall want a better quality of life, but it's going to take, it's a process. And I thank God that he allowed me to go through this so openly and vulnerably. I put it on social media that I was nurturing my femininity and all of that. And so now I have a friend, like my best friend now, is going through this while I'm still going through it. But I'm a little more seasoned in it because I'm about to be 29. So I've acted like I'm more prepared and more ready and know the woman I'm going to be and want to be, and God's going to work on and get me there. But she has me, and I'm so glad that God brought us together, because that's one woman. And I'm hoping that all of you on my channel are other women as well, but that's one woman, at least I know, that I can help through this process, because at the end of the day, we are sisters. Like, y'all my homegirls, but we're sisters, okay? And we need to help each other. I was just doing my Bible study today, and it was Galatians 5:13, and it was saying how serve each other humbly with love. And I wouldn't be doing my sister a disservice if I didn't talk to her about these things that I experienced, in order to help her when she hits that, or when it's hard for her. Like, that's my duty as your sister in Christ, as your sister, as the owner of this YouTube channel. I just feel like it's my job to help people through things that I've already went through. And I'm glad that God gave me a platform to do that. I'm glad that he's growing my platform in order to do that. And I'm just glad that he gave me the heart to do it, because it's a lot of gatekeeping going on social media, and I refuse. And then also, you don't have to explain, but having to explain why you're moving a certain way, why you've changed, why you've done all this other stuff. That could be, if you're like me, like, I don't have to explain myself. But some people are not like that. Some people can't just be like, mind your business, because this is just who I am. But that's another battle that you have to go through when you start making these changes, because people are going to want you to be the same you. A lot of people do not like change, and that's just a fact. A lot of people don't like change because it's scary. The unknown can be very scary, and we don't like it. As a society, we don't really like it. Like, think about your grandparents and even your parents, and with all of the like technology changes and all this, they don't really care for it. They just like, I don't even me now at my age, this music, I'm just like, I don't like it. I don't like the change and the type of music that is pushed. I just don't like it. But having to explain yourself, which again, you don't, but I know some people will have it in them to feel like they have to explain why they're doing this, and that's a mental battle in itself, because why can't you just accept that this is the woman I'm becoming, this is the person I'm becoming? I thank God for the fact that He gave me a mom and family and friends who supported my change, because I could only imagine not having a support system. Which, if you're watching this and you're one of those women who don't think they have a support system, you have me. I am not one of those people who think that they're too good to help a stranger. But essentially, if you're watching my channel, I don't consider you a stranger. As long as you just let me know, like, hey, I subscribe to your channel, yada yada yada, and this video really resonated with you and you feel like you need support, girl, I got you. Because like I said, I would not be a sister if I didn't help you. I think another thing that does not get talked about enough when it comes to this is the actual mindset shift as a whole. You don't want to do the same things anymore. You don't want to go to the same places, hang out with the same type of crowd, do the same things. Like, it's just seemed, the things that you used to do all the time seem juvenile. Once you hit to this phase of your life and you just want to, I don't know, maybe this is just me. Well, no, I feel like it's a lot of us. You just want to be involved and give your time to things that are gonna better you. Like I said, these are kind of, I don't want to say selfish because that sounds terrible, but these are the selfish years. Like, you're more concerned about self, but not in a forget everybody else type of way. It's more in the bettering yourself so that you can be better for your family, be better for your friends, be a better Christian, be a better woman. And I feel like the things you used to do, the things that you used to have fun doing, those things become like child play to you. Like, you just like, I don't want to do this anymore. And it really sucks when it becomes something that, when it's involving other people. Like me now, I used to sit on the phone with my friends for hours. I don't want to do that. I love my girls. Don't get me wrong. I love you. But I have goals and things that I want to accomplish that I can't do if I'm sitting on the phone with you. And don't get me wrong, I'm gonna still have me a good kiki with my friends. I'm gonna still do that, but on the weekends when I don't have nothing to do. I have stuff to do, and that's okay. But again, God bless me with friends who understand that and who are on the same way. Like, they trying to do things in their life too. And also, you're going to start, when I say analyzing the people in your life, I analyze everybody in my life. And you know, when you pray that prayer, you like, God, remove whoever's not supposed to be here, remove them. I prayed that prayer and he did just that. And I can't even be mad because I asked for it. It was just a shot at the people that he chose to remove, the people that I would have never thought. But you know, it is what it is. That's just what happened. I don't know how I feel about this, but makeup is not done. We still have to bronze and all of that good stuff. But yeah, like I said, I prayed that prayer, and when I say God did just that, and I wasn't even analyzing people. Like, you're gonna analyze in a way that you're just trying to figure out, is this person good for me? Is this person on the same path as I am? And if you can't figure that out, if you don't know, that's when God comes in and you just like, all right, Lord, I trust you. I trust you know what's best for me. I'm gonna let you do this. I did that for everybody, every single person in my life. And for the majority of people stay. I didn't like lose people, too many people. But nonetheless, I did separate from some people. I still love them. I still pray for them. I still all of that. It's just that it was, our relationship had ran its course, and that's okay. And I think that's when you think about it in a space, the mindset of, okay, yes, we are not close anymore as we used to be, but it's needed. Just because, just like you, they were not meant to go with you into your next phase. You were not meant to go with them in their next phase. So I look at it that way. Like, we needed to separate so that we can each blossom in what we're supposed to be doing. And that's exactly what happened. Like, don't think of it as you're losing someone because they did something wrong. A lot of times that's not the case. They're just not going where you're going, and that's okay. And you're not going where they're going. And I think people make losing and growing apart a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Sometimes, like I said, it needs to happen so you both can get to the thing that you should be doing. It's kind of coming together from what I can see. But honestly, through the whole process and the change, we have to remember to give ourselves grace. That's something that I kind of struggled with, because I'm just like, how am I supposed to be the woman I'm destined to be if I keep making this same mistake or keep doing the same thing and all of that? Because it's not like, it's like I said, it's a process. It's not going to be like you're going to wake up and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to be this type of woman, and you're going to become that. No. You're going to have to go through the process, like I said, and it's not going to always be right. You're not going to do everything right. You're not going to get it right all the time. But also, that in itself, you'll learn, which I'm going to tell you so you don't have to just learn it the hard way. You'll learn that getting it wrong is part of the process. And once you realize that God already accounted for the mistakes you're going to make, it makes the mistakes not as bad. Because me, I used to be very hard on myself. I used to be like, girl, do better. I used to be calling myself stupid or idiot. Like, how did you, I would just really be talking bad about myself when I made a mistake, because we're our toughest critics. But then as I started nurturing my femininity more and really looking at myself the way God sees me, I had to realize, girl, it's okay. You're gonna make the mistake. Don't dwell on the mistake. Realize, okay, it happened, but keep it pushing, because again, we got stuff to do. We have a woman to create a lifestyle, to create a mindset, and all of that. We have things to do. You cannot be wallowing in your mistakes, because when you focus on that, you can't move forward. And during these crucial ages, this crucial time, I'm all about moving forward. And yeah. I got this lip liner from Minted a while ago, and I truly was not a fan, but it's starting to grow on me. It's starting to grow on me, but also I don't have my favorite lip liner, so I think that's why I have no choice. Let me go up and do these final little touches, and then I'm gonna be. I like it. First of all, like I told y'all in my vlog, which if you have not watched my vlog, go watch the vlog after this. But I literally am in love with micro lengths. Like, and I was telling y'all in my vlog that I was over the color, I was over the long hair. Like this is it for me. Like, I can flip her over, I can do all the things, and this is like grown woman hair to me. Okay, baby, yes. Okay, but yeah, no, that was a real loud clap. I'm getting my church clap together, because listen, when people in church be clapping so loud, and I got the here, I can hear a mouse piss on cotton, so any loud noise be just magnified to me. But no, let me stop looking at myself in the mirror, because it's giving teacher, it's giving professional, it's giving grown. Okay. But yeah, no, I just want you to know that you are not alone in the changes that happen, and you're just not alone with the mental battle, the changes, all of it. We're all going through it in some way, shape, or form. But that's why, as women and sisters in Christ, we should guide each other, love each other. And so that's really why I made this video, because I wanted you to know that you're not alone, and I want you to know that if you got a sister right here that wants to help you, encourage you, support you, and comfort you even when you're going through these things. Of course, you know you got Jesus, but Jesus also made us for community. And as someone a part of my community here on YouTube, I really just genuinely from the bottom of my heart want to see you win, want to see you become the woman God destined you to be. And yeah, girl, we about to be some fly grown women, and I'm excited. So thank you all so much for watching my video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and stick around for videos to come. I love you lots, and I will see you in my next video.